Alright, good afternoon. Lauren, I'm going to show you my favorite way to prepare steamed mussels in a butter, wine, garlic, and lemon reduction. It's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend you try this recipe out. If you've ever tried Carrabba's steamed mussels, they are absolutely fantastic. But this recipe blows it out of the water because you're making it yourself. Okay, so we're going to start off by heating up the pan to medium heat. Once that gets nice and hot, I'm going to add about half a stick of butter to it and get it melting. This butter's already been sitting at room temperature, so it shouldn't take too long for it to start melting so we can start sauteing our vegetables in it. Okay, so I've got some chives here. I'm just going to remove the ends of it. Clean them up a little bit. Love cooking chives. Green onion chives, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to chop these up nice and thin. Now, if you don't feel comfortable cutting this quickly, then don't, because I don't want to hear about anybody losing a finger. Nice and slow, with a nice sharp knife. Nice, about 1/4 inch long, 1/8 inch long slices of your green onion chives, whatever you want to call it. Keep an eye on your butter as well. You don't want it to burn. So I put it on medium-low heat. Any hotter than that, you can definitely burn your butter, and it'll completely ruin the flavor of it. So, got this here. I'm going to scoop this aside. By the way, if you don't have this set of nesting bowls for ingredients, absolutely one of my favorite kitchen items right there, because they're just all different sizes. You can find a perfect size for just about anything you're working with, or storing, or mixing, or dipping. Alright, so next up, I got a shallot. I'm just going to get this guy ready here. Give it a quick peel. This guy out pretty good here. Alright, first thing we're going to add is the shallot, because it takes a little bit longer for it to cook. We're just going to break it up, toss it on in. Some of that butter. Now, while that's softening up, prepare the rest of our ingredients here. We've got all the stuff. I'll go over the list of everything we're putting in there today. Okay, we've got the green onions. We're going to do some capers, garlic, of course. You can use fresh or previously minced. A little bit of fresh Italian parsley, white wine, lemon juice. We're also going to add some salt. And that's going to be about it. So those are starting to soften up nicely right there. So we're going to go ahead and add the green onions. Nice, good lemon juice inside there. Now, my recipe calls for a lot of garlic. I would use the entire bowl, personally. You can kind of do it to taste. I recommend that you do at least about 5 bowls for the amount of mussels that we're going to be steaming in here. And with that, it equates to about 5 tablespoons of minced garlic. I'm going to get this in there. These are big, so these are about 2 tablespoons per scoop here. Low garlic, good for the breath. taste the wine. It's one of the most important things, making sure your wine's good. Now this, I'm using a Chardonnay. It's a cheaper Chardonnay. I buy this, it's about $4 or $5 a bottle. Great to cook with. You could, if you're not that into wine, you could stand a glass of it. It's not going to hurt. Make sure it's good. Alright. So next on our list here, we're going to select some parsley. Rip it right off. Here's a good rinse. Always want to rinse your fresh vegetables. This, in particular today, I was at a grocery store. I don't know what happened, but their produce guy must have dumped a bucket full of dirt on top of all their stuff, which is, fine. These guys are growing outdoors. That doesn't hurt anything, but it's just, it's kind of dirty. So, punch it up. We're just going to roughly chop it. Oh, the fresh Italian parsley's got such a nice smell to it. Okay, next up we're going to add our capers. So, small spoon. Don't want too much of the juice out of this because they have a very strong flavor. But you definitely want to get some of these guys in there because they just add such a wonderful flavor to it. About 2 tablespoons. Hang out as well for a moment. Go ahead and move the camera a little closer here as well so you can kind of see what's going on inside my dish here. So I've done all the prep work already. You can check this out. See how delicious that's looking. Oh yeah. Look at that. See, my shallot has kind of lost a little bit of color. It's a little more translucent now. Lots of garlic in there. Oh, this is going to be so pungent. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get our white wine. We'll start off with about a cup. We'll see if that's going to be enough to do all the mussels that we'll do a cup and a quarter. The sauce is so good. And you just add this right to the pot. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit, bring this up to a simmer. As it starts simmering, we're at a very low boil is when we're going to add our mussels to it. One very important thing when selecting seafood at the store, especially things like shellfish, mussels and oysters, clams, any of those kind of items, is you really want to make sure that they are fresh, that they don't have any strong odors to them. And they're closed. See, I can't see a single one here that's open. Just take this over to the sink. Give it a rinse. Some of the natural scuzz off of it. Oh, that white wine is just starting to shine through there. Oh man, so good. Right. Okay, I'm going to add these to a colander. I'm going to do about half of my bag here because I'm eating by myself tonight. I like to take these over to the sink and give them a real good solid rinse, because if we don't rinse them well, there's dirt, things from the ocean still on the outsides of these guys, you can see there. So we just want to take these guys and scrub them with our hands. You can get a brush or things like that if you think that's really necessary. Some of the brininess adds good flavor. quick, trying to get all the barnacles and stuff off. These guys are definitely live. I had one that was a little open there, but it just shut right back on my finger, which is good. Part of this rinsing process also will help you weed out the ones that are dead. And you don't want to cook them if they're dead. If they're open when you receive them, do not want to eat that. It will make you sick, I promise. By going through each one of these individually, you're definitely making sure that you're getting quality product on your plate. I can smell that white wine simmering over there. Oh, that one's no good. Another one that's not good. See, when they're like this, don't eat it. You will be very, very, very ill. Okay, so let's go back over to our pot here. Saucepan's looking pretty good. Getting a nice low simmer there. Oh, that smells so good. Turn up the heat a little bit more. Nice good boil going. This is when we're going to start cooking and reducing at the same time. Final ingredient, besides the clams, we're going to put the parsley in now at the finish here because we don't want it to overcook. It's going to get a little cooked in here and turn soft. But if we had added that first, it would just turn to complete mush by the time we added all the rest of our ingredients. Leafy stuff tends to cook a lot quicker, so we're going to wait until this temperature comes up a little bit more. Seem to have lost my lid. That's okay. I've lost a lot of things in life. Guess if a lid is the most of my worries, that's really not so bad. Just find something else. You don't have a lid, find a bowl that's just going to help trap that steam in there. That works perfect. Alright, so that's coming up nicely. And we're going to go ahead and just add our clams to it, nice and slow. Or mussels, sorry. Nice and slow to make sure that they don't splash you with any of the hot juice there. Right down to about medium high. Keep that steam coming. Cover it up and we're just about done. Only thing we got left to do is toast a little bit of bread, or heat a little bit of bread. Get it nice and warm. Yeah, I'm just going to on my oven for a minute. Always want to use fresh stuff, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. I know I cheated and used minced garlic, but this bread was still hot when I bought it just about an hour ago. It was still hot, fresh out of the oven from good buddies over at Wegmans. So we got the important stuff, right? One. Now careful, I used a metal bowl here, so it's very hot. Oh, look at that. They've all opened up beautifully there. So we're just going to let this go for a little while longer. Oh, the smell's coming off. Absolutely amazing. We'll let that go for a little bit. I'm also going to add a little salt to it. It's going to help with the grinding. I'm a bit of a salt collector, salt connoisseur myself here. This right here, this is an Oregon hand-harvested sea salt. This is about a medium grain on it. Ooh, yeah. We're just going to pinch about a tablespoon in there so it can help bring out those flavors of the ocean. Oh, look at that. That's going to be so good. Once they've all opened, we're going to leave the lid off at this point and let the white wine reduce. A little bit of stir. Some of that good sauce up inside those mussels. Yeah. Now guys, if you're looking to really kill it on a date, I'm telling you, this is how you do it. This is how you do it right here. That is absolutely divine. See, we got a nice low boil on it right now, so we're just going to let that chill for a bit. Come back here so you can see the plating of it. Okay. My oven's hot. Just get it preheated a little bit and turn it off. And that's plenty right there to get that bread nice and hot. Yep, for cheap wine, not so bad. Kind of a medium high heat. I think every single mussel I have opened up. That's pretty cool. A lot of times I usually have 2 or 3 that will not. That's another important thing. Is when you have the shellfish and they're already open, when you bring them home, that means they're dead, and they're definitely not going to be good for you. The same thing can happen if they stay closed after you cook them. If they don't open up, even the slides fit, they gotta open up nice, like these guys right here. If they stay shut, that means they were dead before they even arrived at the grocery store. Don't eat those either. Make sure they all open up. Oh, yeah, that's so good. So keep letting that simmer for a while. While that's happening, go ahead and start prepping for my other dish, which is going to be really good too. We're doing bone marrow, roasted bone marrow with salted parsley. Also, going to be cooking some stuffed crab and shrimp stuffed squid with kimchi and some other deliciousness inside of it. And we're going to grill it. It's going to be good. Burst on high heat here, remove a little bit more moisture. Juice a little more. Now we're going to go ahead and start plating it, because those mussels are cooked. Overdo it. Sauce. Use on reduce the sauce a bit more.
Times like those. What will be, and so it goes.
Sauce is done.
And it always goes on and 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 on it goes.
Nice and warm. Oh yeah.
And there's always been laughing, crying, birth and dying, boys and girls with hearts
Very carefully.
give and break.
Dumping this sauce on top of here.
And raise and nurture, but then her
Gonna fill up some of those little crevices, and we want some of the sauce down on the bottom there, so we can get the delicious bread in.
what will be, and so it goes. And there will always be stop and go, and fast and slow, and action, reaction, sticks and stones, and broken bones. Those for peace and those for war, and God bless these ones, not those ones, but these ones. Many times like these,
There's a lot of garlic in that bad boy right
times
there.
like those. What will be, and so it goes.
Just a touch of this.
And it always goes on and 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 on.
Boom.
But somehow I know it won't be the same. Yeah, somehow I know never be the same.